video, we're going to be introducing dividing fractions, and to start, we're going to introduce it with only models. So we're going to look at two different ways that you can divide fractions and the models that go with those. So for our first problem, we're going to do 4 divided by 1/4. Now, with division, it's one of those operations where it is important that you consider the order. We cannot flip these two numbers and get the same problem, so we have to go in order here. So we're going to start with drawing 4 holes. You can try any shape that you want. You just want to be able to easily divide it into fourths. So for this example, I'm going to do circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So going back to the problem, we have 4 holes, and we're trying to divide each of these holes into fourths. So our answer is going to tell us how many fourths are in 4 holes. Okay, so let's write that over here. How many 1/4 are in 4? So let's go ahead and divide these into fourths. Okay, so we have 4 holes divided into fourths. How many fourths are in 4? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is equal to 4 fourths. 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be equal to 8 fourths. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 fourths. 13, 14, 15, 16 is equal to 16 fourths. So how many fourths are in 4? Your answer is going to be 16, because we have 16 fourths. Now, for the next problem, we're going to do, instead of having a whole number first, we're going to have the fraction first. So 1/5 divided by 3. So again, order is important here. So instead of drawing our holes first, we're going to start with drawing our fraction. So I'm going to start, since 1/5 is less than 1 whole, I have to start by showing what 1 whole looks like. And I'm going to split it into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for this problem, we're only looking at one of the fifths, okay? So I'm going to take my 1/5 and I'm going to divide it into 3 equal parts. Okay, so 1/5 divided into 3 parts. We are looking at the size of each part. Up here in this problem, we were looking for how many parts there were. In this problem, we are looking at the size of each part. So we are looking at just one of these squares. Now, to determine our answer, it's not 1/3, it's not 1 out of 6, 1/6. What we have to do is we have to make our entire whole into equal parts. So I'm going to extend my lines here to make all equal parts. I'm not changing the size of the whole, I'm just splitting it into equal parts by making an equivalent fraction. So now I can determine my one piece that I'm looking at is 1 out of, we have 5 by 3, that's 15, so it's going to be 1/15. Okay. So I want you to recognize the difference. When you're dividing and you're starting with a whole number, your answer is going to become a whole number. When you're starting with a fraction, your answer is going to remain a fraction. That's something that you definitely want to keep in mind as you're working through this. So this one, how many 1/4 are in 4? You're finding how many parts there are, and for this one it is what is the size of each part. All right. So on the opposite side from your notes, I have 4 problems for you to solve. 2 of them are going to be the same as our first example that we had, where it's a whole number divided by a fraction. And the last 2 are going to be just like the second example, a fraction divided by a whole number. So make sure you look back at your notes to see what exactly you're supposed to do to solve it and the type of answer you're supposed to get.